Hello again. It is I, Maria Hamill, reporting from my bedroom. I thought I'd put on a different hat. There seems to be some kind of theme here. I put on a new hat just to tell you a story, okay? I'm also wearing a bathing suit right now. I currently teach children swim lessons. So I'm ready for the next class. I have my suit on. I gotta drive to a different town and teach swim in somebody else's pool. It's very delightful. Alright, enough with this hat. So, I got a story to share with you. Last winter, during the Panini pandemic, I took a lot of odd jobs because I live with my parents and my dad is immune compromised. AKA, he's a little sick, so if he got COVID, it would be bad. So I had to turn down jobs that were in close proximity to other people, which really narrowed down where I could work. I could not work in an office. I couldn't work at a day camp. I couldn't work at a school. What I could do was caretaking at people's homes for senior citizens. So there was one lady that I worked for who was very funny. She was a lovely woman. She's a day trader. And I would go over her house and help her with day-to-day tasks. And one of the things I would do is bring in her packages that were delivered to her. One day, I was over there and she said, I have these black boxes. I don't know what's in it. They're not labeled. They're unmarked. I don't know where they came from. So I said, okay, let me take a look. So I opened the packages. And the first one I pulled out, I said, this looks like, I was thinking an iPhone speaker or some kind of like boombox speaker thing. It was long and black. I pull it out of the box and I go, her name is Sally, the woman I worked for, Sally. And I go, Sally, it was a fleshlight. A fleshlight is essentially a sex toy. It's a sex toy. It looks like a flashlight. There's a vagina in it. You get the idea. I said, this is a sex toy, so somebody sent you a sex toy in the mail. And she goes, kids' toys? Because, she's deaf. She has hearing aids in, because she's 95. So, hearing aids in her ear? What, sex toys? Oh, I messed that up so bad. Anyways, the next day I came back, same thing. Well, I said, rewind. We're going to have to edit that part out. So, I said, you probably don't want this. There's no return address. We don't know who it was for. It has your name on it as the person it was being sent to. I'll take it and I'll get rid of it, because what are you going to do with a man's sex toy? So I put it in the trunk of my car and I was like, oh, I bet I could sell this on the internet, because it was unopened, never used, and come on now. We all know what sells. So I posted on Facebook Marketplace, fleshlight, brand new, never opened. And somebody actually did buy it. So I met a stranger in a Dunkin' Donuts parking lot and sold them the sex toy for a good deal. I went back, I told Sally about it. She goes, well, next time I want half the profit. So there's another black box that comes in the mail, and I opened that for her. And it's a rubber butt. It's a rubber butt with like a hole in it. And so I tell her, I'm like, it's another sex toy, Sally. It doesn't say where it's coming from, etc. And so I say, well, I'll try to get rid of it or sell it or something. She's like, well, I want half the money if you sell it. I said, okay. So I'm driving around, I have it in my trunk. I'm like, this is weird. Like, if I get pulled over, like, I'm just paranoid. Somebody's gonna, like, open my trunk and find this and think it's mine, and that's weird. So what I decided to do is I pull over at a church, and I put it in a church donation bin. So some church person's gonna be going through these donations and come across a rubber butt. That was me. Whoever sees this video, if it gets back to that person, I am sorry. I didn't want to throw it away, because why waste a perfectly good butt? And that was the closest thing to me. So I put it in a donation box. The funny part about this story is Sally's last name is Cox. So it's Sex Toy Sally Cox. Sex Toy Sally Cox. So that's my story of Sex Toy Sally. And it was a funny time. You had to be there. That's it. Thanks. Thanks for listening. Bye.